Welcome, 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 welcome back. I'm your host, Doc Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and our next guest is the CEO of No Fico Score, the No Fico Score Group. She's here all the time, and she's here today to look at a fix and flip thing. It's a fix and flip real estate deal, and we welcome Gail Allen. She knows how to do it. Fix and flip.
Fix and flip.
You see some of the TV programs, they're fixing and flipping and all that stuff. How easy is that, or how can people get into that?
Well, you know, it is a structured method, a way of doing it so that you do profit.
It's a method.
Yeah, and you should really study real estate a bit before you plunge into it, because you don't want to lose your money or someone else's money.
That's right.
All right. So, but there are steps that you can learn. And you can take these, and you can earn really good money fixing and flipping, or fixing and renting.
Are you doing some of that now?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're always into something.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to talk about, many people call me, they said, Gail, I saw a property last week, my daughter and I, and we would love to fix up this single family house that Mr. Wilson owned. He passed away, and it's been empty.
Are you running into a lot of that?
Yeah, I run into that
Yeah.
quite often. Sometimes people age out of their homes.
Yeah.
They move in with their children, they move down south, and they sometimes don't even know if they want to sell or not. You can come along and offer a fair market price on that home. If someone's lived in the home for 20, 25 years, they never renovated.
Yeah.
You know the house
They're
needs to be
comfortable
renovated.
just the way it
Yeah,
is.
they're comfortable, but you need to bring it up to snuff to get market price for it. So then you'll offer, let's say, maybe $200 for it, and they'll say, "Okay, I'll take it." Now
You have equity in there
you,
right
you
away.
got equity.
Yeah.
You throw $50,000 into it, and you start renovating the kitchens, whatever needs to be done to the, maybe needs painting. And maybe you can sell it for something like maybe $350. Maybe you can make yourself $75,000 or $100,000
Yeah.
on a flip. But many people ask me, we can do it, we know how to do it, we're willing to do it, but we just don't have the money.
All right. So how do we get the money?
This is when an investor comes in.
Yes.
And people think, well, gee, what do I say to an investor? You know, how do I approach that? What type of experience should I have? With an investor, what you do is you just lay your map right on the table. Here's what we want to do. This is our plan of action. We've purchased the home. We want to put $40,000, $50,000 in it for the repairs. It's going to cost us at least maybe $15,000 to hold the property for the 3 months or 4 months that we'll be renovating.
Yeah.
That's taxes, insurance,
That's right.
water, electricity. So you can actually go on the internet and pull down an Excel sheet on rehab budgets, and it will tell you what you would need to know, or
See,
you can
nobody
call
knows
me.
about that.
Huh?
I mean, unless you're into real estate.
Yeah.
Because you got to keep the water on, you got to keep the electricity on,
Oh,
because
yes,
you're
you
doing
do.
work.
Absolutely. And you want your workers to be warm, or they're
Yeah.
not going to come in January and lay down pipe for you or paint. They aren't going to do it.
Yeah. That's great. So how do people, do you have to be licensed to do this, or you can
No.
just do it?
You need not be licensed, but let's say, for example, if you wanted to do work on the property, more than likely you'll need to go to the municipality and ask for a permit. If you're going to go into the ground, if you're going to remove pipe, and sometimes you don't even need a permit if you're simply going to paint and renovate.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you really don't even need a permit.
You need
But
the
what
permit to find out where the wires are
where the
laid.
wires
Yeah,
are.
know,
You need
cut
you need
cable,
a
dig it into the
contractor.
ground. Yeah.
You know, a contractor. You'll get an electrical contractor. You'll get a plumber. You'll get someone who will do the painting for you. So a general contractor will lead you in the right direction. And what's important is that you'll have your general contractor and your plan laid out when you go before your investor.
Yeah.
And your investor will say, hey, how much money am I going to make on this deal?
They wanna know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're going to make
it's money.
$100,000. Okay, that's great. But what am I going to make? Okay, you're going to ask the investor for maybe $30,000, $35,000. All right, that's the down payment, the closing costs, and what you're going to need to pay for holding the property.
Now, you have access to money. People can come to
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Call the No Fico Score
you. There
Group
you go.
at 551-276-9932. And while we're talking about money, there is a really great player on the market right now, and that's Mayim Commercial Capital. And they're really big on fixing and flipping.
Yeah.
And they're located in the New York area. They're owned by a black hedge fund.
Is that on your website?
Yes, you.
What's the website?
Let Gail help you at gmail.com and ask Gail about realestate.com.
There you go. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. A wealth of information. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We want to get some property and flip it. Hit it and flip it, right?
Absolutely.
Bam. Just
Absolutely.
like that. Gail, thank you so much. Gail Allen, CEO of No Fico Score Group, LLC.
Thank you.
Hanging out with the diggity Dr. Bob Lee.
Yeah, how about that? How about that?
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank our guests for joining us and you for tuning in and checking it out. You can catch the Recablecast tonight at 5 and 10 p.m. or watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org, or you can tune in Wednesday for an all-new episode with our host, Darren Hyman. For all of us here at BronxNet, have a great and enjoyable day. And always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. And remember, you got to remember this part, whether you say you can or you can't, either way you're right. So say you can, and you'll get that house, you get that real estate, you can flip it and do all those things. I'm the Doc Bob Lee. I'll catch you over 107.5 WBLS tonight after the Quiet Storm on BLS. Love you all. Peace.
Amen.